Today I'm gonna talk about our labor experience, and I'm gonna first talk like this, like a talking head, and then I'm gonna show you some video clips during this day when it wasn't due date. So ride along! My labor kind of started on Sunday, and then I was in week 39 plus 4 days. And Marty is working on the cinema. While the film is rolling, I used to come there and make him company because I'm alone in the apartment and he's kind of free. But this evening I was super tired. I was like, Marty, I need to go home. I'm so tired. He was like, yeah, sure. He allowed me to go home. And I did not understand why. Like sometimes you are just tired. But I was pretty sure I was going over my due date because every time we have been measuring Alexander in the belly, he had been quite tiny. So I thought, well, he will be in my belly and grow a little bit more. So in my head, it was not at all a chance that it was the start of the labor. During the night, I started to feel a little bit of pain, but I did not understand that it was the start of the labor because first of all, he used to be very active during the night. He was always awake and moving around. And as I said, I was pretty sure that I was going over the due date. And when I woke up 8 o'clock, I was feeling that the contractions were in a more rhythm and they were more intensive. And I was like, oh my god, I think it started. Marty, I think we are gonna have a baby soon. Yeah, so now you're gonna see how our morning looked like when we were in bed, and I started to realize we were becoming parents.
Good morning, honey.
Good morning.
It is morning right now. It's almost 8 o'clock, and I have had these contractions during the whole night. But thanks, Lord. Where is it? Where is that little bastard? It's the baby. No, but seriously, thanks for this. This is a pillow that you're heating in the microwave, so it becomes very warm. And you put it on the belly, and it's so nice feeling. You really relax. And it's kind of a placebo feeling as well, because it's like, I need a pillow, oh, and it helps.
That's good.
But even though I have had contractions, I have been able to sleep very well actually. So it is when they are very painful that you wake up, and then you're feeling, oh no, the pillow is cold, let's warm it up, and then you fall asleep. It's gonna be very interesting because I'm feeling contractions now as well, but they are very not in a rhythm. Yes, exactly. So it's gonna be interesting, even though now it feels like it has started. We are soon becoming parents. We don't know if it's like
false alarm.
Yeah, false alarm, or if it's just super beginning, because you don't have any reference.
Yeah.
No. So what if I'm already 10 centimeters so? No, I'm kidding. No, I don't think
But the
so.
water didn't break.
No.
Wasn't that, yeah.
That's not right. No, so it's not. But it's gonna be interesting to see from the first sign to the last moment. But it's exciting. But it's important to take it easy. I'm gonna take a shower and take the day YOLO.
YOLO. Oh, well. Is it 2012 again?
So after that, we went and ate breakfast, and I did not feel so much pain. I could eat without any problems. Of course, you feel it, but it's not unbearable. So now you're gonna see how our breakfast looks like.
It's very important to eat good breakfast and to load with good energy. So Marty have prepared a really nice breakfast.
It's an okay breakfast.
Yeah, it's the porridge. It's
With fruit.
porridge with fruit
And some toast.
and some toast with cheese and butter. Yeah.
After the breakfast, the contractions started to get a little longer and a little bit more intensive. Probably 2 contractions in 10 minutes, but they were quite long, and I was like, what does that mean? But I called into the hospital even though I knew that it was too early. But I'm so happy I did this, because when you're calling to the hospital, you are getting a response from a very calm and very nice nurse who's listening to you, and you can just explain how you feel. And when you're saying it to somebody else that is from the outside, you really start to understand that this is happening, a baby is soon arriving. And it was just nice to get some coaching, to just get some advices. So even though you know it's too early, if you feel to call, because I'm super happy I did it. And now you're gonna see how the day continue after that call.
I have now been taking a warm shower. I had really underestimated. It was so nice. I can really recommend it. It really made your body relaxed and calm. So, yes, thank you, warm water.
Water is very good. H2O.
H2O.
Alright.
Alright. The contractions is very much more intensive. So nice when they stop, and you really feel that you can get the energy back. But my favorite so far, Marty is giving me good support. But my favorite part was I just had a contraction, and I needed his support by his arms, and he started to swing a little bit like this, and it was really nice. And then he said,
it was like GM4 from Mulan when the other guy got really angry. He called him down, lifting him up and doing it. Oh no, no, no.
but now I need you, honey, because he can't.
Okay.
Whew. 3 contractions in 10 minutes now. It feels. The time is now 12. Here is Marty. Yeah, the only thing I want right now is pancakes. Oh my god, it's so nice with pancakes. With this dough, that salt, and a little sugar. Oh my god, I'm really looking forward to pancakes.
While Marty was frying pancakes, he did not have it easy. At the same time, he needs to be there at the frying pan and turn them. He also had a wife in contractions that he needed to support and say, I did a good job. And he also needed to read the instruction for the TENS machine. And the TENS machine is a machine when you are putting electrodes on your body, which give you little electric shocks, kind of, to neutralize the pain in the belly, kind of. And because we thought I was gonna go over the due date, we had of course not read the instructions. So Marty had to do it at that time, and he was frying pancakes and supporting me with the contractions. He was staying so calm and nice, and while I had been so stressed, but he stayed calm, I thought. He did not show it, at least. But when we came home, we saw in the pantry that there was yogurt and butter in the pantry and not in the fridge. So he was probably a little stressed, but it's understandable. Now you're gonna see when we are eating the pancakes 1 hour later, when he first started with pancakes.
Gonna use all the milk with this pancakes and all that. But it's okay because we don't need it. We're going to the hospital. Yeah, is that right?
Yeah, so on the menu it's pancake, chocolate, oh boy, and I think we should have some jam for the pancake.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
I'll go pick some berries.
And make some jam.
some jam. Just to wait a little.
The
Now we
time
have
is...
some jam.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have jam?
Yeah.
Here in Nässjö, there doesn't exist any hospital where you can give birth. So you need to go to the city next to Nässjö, that is called Eksjö. To come there, you need to take a car. Our super kind neighbor had offered herself to drive us to the hospital, which was super nice. So that was our plan A, to go to the hospital. So when the contractions, not that you need to go into the hospital, but I wanted to check so she was home and so on. So I text messaged her like, hey, it's time, are you home? And she was like, no, I'm not, I am in another city. And I was like, oh shit. okay, what should we do? So even though we had a plan B, you get so lost kind of, because that the plan A didn't work. And now when I started to get stressed about how to come into the hospital, the contractions started to be more painful, which I thought that the contractions started to be more intensive, but I don't think so now when I'm analyzing it after. I just think they became very much painful because the stress did this to me. Our plan D in this case was to call my super nice colleague that had offered herself to drive us into the hospital. So Marty called her and she came, so she was our hero. Yeah, and so as I said, the contractions were kind of painful. So I thought it started to, oh my god, now we're really close to giving birth here. But as fast as I came to the hospital and I felt safe and calm, of course the pain stopped because yeah, the stress was over. So we came in there and they were doing an examination when they are feeling how open you are in the down here. And I was 1.5 centimeters open, while you should be 3 to 4 centimeters open. So the nurse said, well, we cannot keep you in the hospital, but you can take 2 hours walking around, and then we will see how open you are after 2 hours. And after I get this answer, I started to get stressed again, because I thought, oh no, are we gonna be sent back home? What if I'm not open in 2 hours? How should we solve it with transportation and so on again? And of course the pain started to be very intensive again. And during these 2 hours while we were waiting, I was quite emotional. First of all, I was very disappointed that I was not more open than 1.5 centimeters, because I got quite hopeless as well, because I thought it was very painful. The stress made it very painful, and I was like, if I'm only open 1.5 centimeters, how would it be when I'm even more open? I was not prepared for this pain. But yeah, 2 hours passed, and when they were doing the new examination, I was open 4 centimeters. So it was hallelujah moment. It became a totally new labor for me, because all the pain disappeared. Okay, not all. Okay, not all pain disappeared, but the pain from the stress disappeared, because now I did not need to focus on the transportation. Now I just needed to focus on the labor, which is quite easy. Here is a video when we arrived to the hospital before they examined me. Here is a video when we just arrived to the hospital, and it was before they examined me. And here is a video when I just arrived to the hospital before they examined me.
No, that's exactly what you just said. How is that even possible?
You have the same thing. You can just say before they examined me.
Before they examined me.
Yeah, that's good.
Where are we?
We're in the hospital.
Yeah?
The room looks nice.
You want to make a little room show?
Well, here's a button that something goes wrong, you can call. There's our names on the blackboard.
Yeah, vi säger välkommen Annie och Marty.
And this is Sanna.
Ja.
And here's Annie, looks like she's this guy from Rocky who's training the Soviet guy.
This is the one who's meeting the heartbeat of the baby. And this is measuring my pain, kind of.
Yeah, and the contractions. Yeah, I don't know how it measures it, but...
And now you see it went up very much. It's the green one, so now it's a contraction.
Hey då.
I had read the book Föda utan rädsla, which is in English Give Birth Without Fear. And I'm so happy I read this book actually because I really used it. And they are bringing 4 tools that you should use. It's to breathe, be relaxed, positive mindset, and use your voice. And it sounds like so obvious when you hear it, like I just said it, of course you should be this. But it was so nice to read it and get it in the context. I can really recommend you to read that book. They do examination every 1.5 hours to 2 hours. And this is very nice because it is kind of small goals that you want to reach. And they go so fast. Before I thought 14 hours, it sounds like super long time and you get so restless and so on. But no, thanks to this 1.5 hours, it gets more bearable. The first examination I did was 6 o'clock. And the next examination after that was 8 o'clock. And at 8 o'clock, I was 6 centimeters open. And I was like, woohoo! This is going really fast, like already half through, like, oh my god. But no, I was wrong. And the time was ticking and they did a new examination at 10 o'clock, but then I was only 6 centimeters open. They did a new examination at 12 o'clock, I was still 6 centimeters open. And 1:30, I was still only 6 centimeters open. And now I started to feel a little bit hopeless because I was so happy it went so good in the beginning, but now nothing had happened. Before 1:30, I did not have any painkiller. The TENS machine that I was talking about before, I took away when I came to the hospital because it was super annoying. It's just, I was like, take it away. It was more annoying than helpful. Yeah, so the TENS machine did not work for me. And then you have this oxygen mask that you are breathing in oxygen. I got panicked to have it during my mouth. I was like, oof, take it away. It was like this tiny little hole to breathe inside that. No, it did not work for me. The painkillers I used before was Relax Music, which was on Spotify. Relax piano music, piano. And I really liked when Marty was giving me foot massage and leg massage. And I used, as I said, these 4 tools. But at 1:30 I was starting to get a little hopeless because nothing had happened. So I was like, nah, I need a painkiller. I'm so tired, my body is so tired. The night before I did not sleep that good as well because I was up with the warming pillow. But at 1:30 I decided to take this spinal anesthesia. And it's this plastic hose that you're putting inside the spine. And then there is coming liquid that is taking away the pain in the lower body. And it's a special doctor they are calling to do this. So she came and she put in this plastic hose, but she put it a little wrong. So she made it more on the right side than on the left side. I had none pain on my right side, but on my left side it got super intensive because if you imagine, before the pain was all over the body, which made it more unconcentrate. But now it got super concentrate on the left side, and that was a little pity. But as I said, I was quite hopeless before, but now it was something that happened and now I got new energy. So I'm very happy I did that. And not so long time after that, the nurse decided to break my water because it had still not been broken. So she did it, and 2 hours later the baby was out. It's pretty amazing, from nothing happening to during 2 hours and a baby is coming. And I don't remember so much in detail here because you are quite much in pain. So you are in a pain bubble. Something that I was wondering before I was giving birth, how do it go over from contractions until it's time to push? But our bodies are so amazing. Like suddenly I started to feel like I needed to do sounds from my voice. So from breathing deep like this until you had to and then the nurse was like, oh, it's time to push. And I was like, what, already? I was in shock because, as I said, 2 hours went super fast. And now you're gonna see a video when Alexander came into the world, as you can hear.
When Alexander came into the world,
Yeah.
he's eating now.
Mm. Mm. so cozy. Very cozy to be with his mama.
How does it feel to be a daddy?
Feels great. How does it feel to be a mother? You did a very good job. You feel like a champion.
It's undescribable.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm. It's amazing. It is amazing. It's a miracle.
So, to summarize my labor, first of all, it was very stressful before I came into the hospital. So I can really recommend you guys to have a car when you're gonna give birth. The second part, when I came to the hospital and I was allowed to stay, it was a very, very nice experience. Like, I'm so happy with my labor because Marty and I was such a great team. We really supported each other, and Marty, I could have not done it without Marty. The nurses was amazing. They were very calm but very funny. Like we got a very personal contact with them, which made it funny when they came. You were chit-chatting and so on, which was very nice. And it is painful to give a birth to a baby, but it's a miracle that's coming out. And after you have been talking about the pain and process it, you forget it. So that's to summarize my birth journey. Thank you for watching. If you like this clip, please push this button. If you think we are funny and want to continue watching our channel, please push this button. And have a wonderful day!